is probably because I probably did the least of anybody to arrange any of these.
You have been talking longer than anyone else. You started talking when you were 8 months.
And I probably get that from Dad. No, I get. So I think it's really because most of the arrangements for this were not done by me, but Paul and Nina. So I thank them.
What about Anne?
And Anne, and the rest of my siblings. And the only thing I contributed was helping pick out the cute little orchids on the table over there.
And those three boys, those three
So now
boys.
this speech is my domain. So I get to say whatever I want. But really, it's not that I didn't want to help plan this and arrange for things, but I am not a natural party planner, and I am not a natural hostess. And all of the gatherings we've had at my house, which we've had a few, Thanksgiving and things, have always gone rather smoothly, but that's because Sheshtin shows up early with several bags of food and supplies. She'll bring dish towels, serving spoons, candles, cute little Thanksgiving napkins, everything. And she'll come in and she'll take over the kitchen and do everything, and I'll usually quietly slip away somewhere. So this is one thing I never inherited from you, Sheshtin. Being an entertainer and a perfect hostess. But you know, I don't need to as long as you're there. So anyway, but this isn't about me, this is about you. And we're here to celebrate your 80th birthday. And I've heard that 80 is the new 60.
Oh, is that?
I say that all the time. Yep. There we go. 80 is the new 60 of us that are still pushing 60. 60 is probably the new 40, right? So Sheshtin is living proof of this. And we are all amazed at all of the things that you do. You spend all day in your garden at the Cape, on your hands and knees, digging in the dirt, pulling weeds, clipping bushes, carrying these big bags of clippings over to the shed. And then, at the end of all that, you still have the energy to cook a delicious dinner for whatever crowd happens to be at the Cape that weekend. And usually I stroll in right around the time that dinner is served.
She's honest, you gotta give her that.
Hey, I know my weaknesses. I admit them. And you also manage 2 houses, and we know that's a lot of work to maintain even one. We have trouble maintaining even one. And that's a lot of work, and you do all of that with very little help from anybody else, if not no help from us. Once in a while, Mark might help you fix something like the cabinets, so that's my contribution.
Well, Henrik does not all the time.
Yeah, and Henrik with the bushes, and Gabriel sometimes, so we try, but mainly it's you. And the other thing that impresses me about you is that you always seem so busy to me. Whenever I call you, you always have something going on in your life.
It's called busy work.
Well, no, it's not like you're playing, you know, you're doing bingo or you're playing. You always have real things to do. If it's not with your family or your friends and all of your book clubs or going to the operetta or somebody's graduation, you go to Sweden every year, you do more exotic travel, African safari, Grand Canyon, Galapagos. To be honest, sometimes I'm a little jealous because you have a much more active social life than me and a more interesting life than me at times.
Yeah, but you're not 80 yet.
Well, you know, my life seems boring relative to yours. But that's okay because, you know, you do deserve it. Because I don't think it was easy for you when we were all very little. Of course not.
No. I remember.
Anybody having 4 kids in 4.5 years, 3 consecutive Junes, I don't know how you did it, because I would have gone crazy. 2 is enough for me. 3, sorry Dave, it wasn't you. Kind of put me over the edge. But you know, you were very patient, and very few times did I ever see you lose your cool. There was that one time on Taft Avenue when you broke the TV, remember? Okay,
No, that was Ramsey.
Oh, I thought it was you. See, I remember being guilty, but there were other times you tried to break it. That was Dad. Oh, but you were mad.
You asked him to break the TV.
I thought it was you.
Come down here and break
So,
the
okay, so she never lost her cool then.
I have to tell you, he came home and he said, how was everything? And I said,
Oh, yes.
So
So he
was
just-
wrong. So I did complain about the children's behavior, among other things. And then Ramsey goes into the living room, and there are all four of them sitting watching
Gilligan's Island.
Captain Kangaroo, whatever it was on at night, and said, hi, I'm home, your daddy's home, and no one moved. And Ramsey went and got a pair of scissors and cut off the electric wire.
Oh my God!
There was a big flash, and the two on the TV just burst. And there was a melted thing in the pair of scissors. It had kind of melted. And I just stood there.
So, you know, I do remember one, but I do remember it was something to do with you being mad at us. So it's right that I did it on your behalf.
After that.
But it made a huge impression on you. I still remember it. It took us a long time to get another TV, by the way. And then I remember being at the Corson Hands, actually, and they had a color TV. And we coveted that color TV. Eventually we did get a color TV, but I remember that was the first one I ever saw. So anyway, a few other things to say about you. One thing about you that everybody here is probably agree with is that you are probably one of the most generous people that we know. You're very generous with everything. You regularly offer your house to people for long stays, temporary stays, weekends, whatever. You offer your time. When our kids were all little, you babysat anytime we ever needed you to. You always put other people's needs before your own. And
We love you.
you don't do it because you want the recognition or the thanks or any acknowledgments. And that's very rare.
It's love.
That's why you do it. In fact, you don't like a lot of attention
No,
or to be in the spotlight. That's what I was just about to say. But I still do have a few things to say. Bear with me. Okay, one thing about you that also impresses me is that you actually have learned to use technology the past few years. And I don't say that lightly because a lot of my friends, parents, never could really figure it out. So you've mastered...
Teach Nina.
So, you know, you've mastered email, reading Swedish newspapers, making travel arrangements. Okay, maybe sometimes you forget which password goes where, but we all do. And then it's very cute when you call your Apple laptop your Apple top. But, you know, I do want to point out that my mother got an iPhone several years before Paul even did.
Yes,
Oh boy, oh boy.
So
But you
there-
never use it.
My mother, she does the basic functions. She doesn't use the GPS.
No,
Right.
she
Or the
doesn't use
text.
it.
But you know, she doesn't need
The
to.
maps.
I don't use
Yeah,
it.
she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to.
I don't use it.
So some of the qualities that we did inherit from you, because I haven't inherited all of your qualities, all of your good ones, is I think one of them, I think all of us inherited to some degree, is your, I'm not quite sure, what? I'm not quite sure. I don't have my glasses, so. Oh, you want mine, Lila? No, it's okay. Your simple, no-nonsense practicality, which I know is the Swede in you, so we did inherit that, I think, because you're not extravagant. You don't care about expensive things, designer labels, expensive jewelry, but you do care about things being of good quality and functional and practical.
And many of it.
Well, many of them, but only if
It's
they're
the biggest
on
shopper I've ever
sale
known.
or a good deal or a good bargain. And, you
The
know.
biggest shopper I've ever known.
Yeah, but she doesn't, no product handbags.
Jacqueline, but
No luxury cars. Yes, she does drive a Volvo, but really it's only because she's a Swede and she's loyal and she
She's 13 years old.
and she keeps them forever. And I
they are in
think
trouble.
that if you were in Swedish, you'd probably be driving a Hyundai. That's what I think. But you do keep them forever, and that is practical of you. So other things about you, you are progressive, not exactly like as vocal as Bernie Sanders, but you are a socialist because you're a Swede, so you are progressive that way, and you have strong opinions, and I think we've all inherited that from you as well. You're well informed, you keep informed on world issues, politics. You're very independent, and I think that that is something that we all have. So even though we're all married, we all have our own lives, and our spouses can attest to the fact that we do what we want to do, whether our spouses want to do it or not. So always, I mean, Suzanne and John are not even living in the city. And I think it's partly because, you know, you came here as a young girl, as old as who, Elise, maybe?
Yes,
Something like that?
Wow.
And you came here all by yourself and made a life for yourself, and Dad was working a lot and he wasn't home a lot. You raised the kids pretty much by yourself, managed the house. I didn't see him out mowing lawn much. You did all that, and so I think that you became very independent, and you know, even when Dad was still around, you would go to the Cape by yourself a lot, and you would spend time in Brookline alone too. So
with their friends.
And then as you got older, and we didn't need you as much. You got your group of Scandinavian friends, and you had your own life, and you became very independent. I think we're all that way, and also feminism. Now you are a feminist, but not in a burn your bra sort of way, nothing like that. But you know even though I don't remember you ever giving us a lecture about this, we all knew, the girls, that it was important to you that we were independent, we had careers, we could make our own money, and that we were never dependent on anybody. And that is rubbed off on all of us. And on our daughters, if I had a daughter, they're all